Hello, in this video I would like to show you the first steps using the ArcGIS Pro. So, when we have started ArcGIS Pro, we have to create a new project. Here on the right side, we may start with a blank project. The project will be created, we have to call it. So let's call it first steps, and then we have to choose a location where our project will be stored in. So I put it there where I have all other education projects saved. So the project is created together with a geodatabase where the newly created files can be stored. So now we are in the ArcGIS Pro environment, and so far we can see the table of content, the catalog, and the catalog over here. So what can we do now is to check for folders. So here I have my folder first steps and the first steps geodatabase, which is currently empty, as well as the first steps toolbox that's empty as well. For this educational video, I'm going to use data that I have prepared for my students. The data are freely available, and I have just translated them into English because these are our national data. So if you would like to see other folders and other data like shapefiles and other databases, we have to create a folder connection. So we go right click, add folder connection, and then we just navigate to the folder that the data are stored in. So let's see, Erasmus. So here we go. So here I have the GIS data prepared. Airports, contour lines, elevation points, forest, lakes, railways, railway stations, regions, rivers, roads, etc. So these are our data that can be used within the ArcGIS. So now we have to start creating a new map. So it's right up here in the insert pane, a new map. The new map will be created, and we can create as many maps as we like, and each map will store different data and visualize different data, which is amazing in compare to ArcGIS. And now we can start adding the data. There are various possibilities where we can get the data from. We can get shapefiles or geodatabases from anywhere in the internet. We can download them from public websites, organizations, state agencies, or we can create our own. Then we can use just the base maps offered by Esri. So here we have the base maps. Here I have more base maps because I'm logged in our organization, and this organization offers more base maps for, let's say, our country. But in general, if I do sign off, it says that it's not connected to the last report and will be closed in 60 minutes. Okay, so but let's see. These are the basic base maps we can use, like satellite images. This is where we are working right in. Czech Republic as a place we are working with at the northern part. So here we can see the brown coal mines. This is an excellent example how Esri is styling the satellite data. This is absolutely amazing image. But if you zoom in, it disappears. The resolution is not that great. You see, the resolution is very lousy if you zoom in. But as far for the overview purposes, this is alright. You can try topographic map. This is a very detailed map. For the Czech Republic is based on map 1 to 10,000, so it's very detailed. And more, but I will sign back to the portal. I will sign in back to my portal so I won't lose my license. Okay. Well, now we can try adding our own data. So I will open a completely, oh no, not yet, sorry. We can add data from other sources like from a hard drive. We can add X, just like coordinate data. We can add many other types, but here we can add data from portal. Let's say this is my content that I have on our ArcGIS Online under my account. So I have here plenty of published data. Just if we have a look, you can see there are maps and points that I just drag in. These are points from our field survey with my student. Here are the points. And if we click the point, there we can see then we can see what we did map, some field mapping of riverside banks together with images. It should be image. Yes, there we go. So these are data from my ArcGIS online account. Then we can search groups. These are our groups we have in ArcGIS Online, then all portals. Or we can add data from Living Atlas. This is what I like pretty much, because in Living Atlas you can find live data for all over the world. You can find, let's say, this is file I like is the sea temperature, sea surface temperature. If we add it, it just takes some time. And as you see, there are some more data, are like Arctic sea temperature, sea floor, dissolved oxygen. And all these data are image services, which means we can query the data, we can work with them like with the raw data. These are just not images. As you can see here, this layer has a time slider. It means that it's recorded over time. So in one layer we have sea temperatures from the 1st of from 2008 to 2018. So we can see how is the sea temperature changing through the years. This is pretty amazing. And you can query, you can make temperature differences in between two periods, and so it's pretty nice. I like it to work with it. Okay, or we can search for. This is good for not only for Europe but other parts of the world as well. These are the Sentinel-2 images. These are satellite images for whole Europe and some parts of the world as well. And these Sentinel-2 images are updated every couple of days. The resolution is very high. It's like 10 meters per pixel. You can see that not the northern hemisphere is not covered, but if we look in the data, so we can find something very interesting. Especially here, we have a large water dam we are working with in projects, and what we have here is a water dam that is being emptied because of some construction works. So you can see that a lot of land is visible now, which is pretty good for analysis because we are taking samples. This layer should have a time slider as well. I'm just unable to use it, but we can try to see if we can have Landsat as well. I'm not sure, but if it is here, yeah, you see there is punch sharp and Landsat. So we can compare Sentinel to Landsat. Just have to wait a bit. Yeah, there we go, punch sharp and Landsat. The only difference is the resolution. You can see that the Landsat has, let's say, 30 meters pixel resolution, and the Sentinel has 10 meters pixel resolution. So you can see the difference. And here we have the time slider. So let's see if it's somehow working, because I haven't been successful so far with the time slider using the satellite images. Here are the data loading. I don't see any change. Or maybe we should move this one as well. Yeah, so we don't see any data. Yeah, so okay, so but this is Landsat and Sentinel images. Then I like, for instance, the traffic map. The traffic is not working that well in ArcGIS Pro, but it's working well online. But let's have a look. No, it's working. I tried a couple of times yesterday, and it was giving me strange results. So here you can see the world traffic map showing the actual traffic in Prague. These data are updated every 5 minutes and are collected from cell phones placed in the cars moving around. So, but all these data are live, so Living Atlas. So you can try to search a Living Atlas yourself. Try to add some data. Okay, and now we go back to our local data, vector and vector data. Okay, so we go to Insert and New Map. And now we have to add the data. So we go to Add Data. I navigate to the folders I have previously linked to, And here I have the files, the shape files, the layers I can work with. So let's say we will work with regions. So these are the regions of the Czech Republic. All the regions are drawn with the same color, and we can have a look into the attribute table. So right click on the regions and attribute table. And there we can see that there are some fields in the attributes: population and the name of the region. These data are directly linked to each other, so if I select a region here, it's highlighted in the attribute table, and vice versa. If I select it here, it's highlighted in the map. So this is the benefit of the spatial data, because this table you can have in Excel and you can filter whatever, but you can never have this special connection in between these data and the area and the real area. So that's the miracle of spatial data. So now, okay, when we have selected feature, we can go clear and it just disappears. Okay, now I'll say that we want to assign to each region a color based on the population. So if we select it in the table of content, then here we have some new highlighted panes. So we go to appearance, and here we can go for symbology and say that now they are a single symbol. Okay, so now we can assign them unique values. Here on the right, we have a new option fields, symbology for regions, but we have to define the field that should be visualized. So as the population. So now you have for every single region a single color. So far so good. We can change the color scheme that every region has a single color, and here in the legend we see the exact values. But what if I would like to visualize more than just these couple of regions? These data are not available within our study set, but I can show you how misleading this can be. I can show you this. These are the cadastral districts, and there are thousands and thousands of them. If we check the attribute table, so here we have no population for these cadastral districts, so we try something else. So these are the districts. The districts of the Czech Republic, they have population values as well, and if I assign them with unique values based on population, so I have so many pinky colors that you are not sure which one from the legend you should assign to each of the districts. So that's why we need to define intervals. So instead of unique values, we assign them graduated colors. So now we have 5 intervals, which is good. We can change the number of intervals anyhow. We can change the thresholds or breaks or intervals of the data, different statistical methods or define them just by hand. But this is so far so good. But if we go back to origins, we can do the same. So just select them in the table of contents, and instead of unique values, we can use graduated colors. And here we have the intervals, but the field has to be changed to population, right? Okay, so that's it. Now that's our first GIS map. Now let's say that we would like to assign the labels to each of the region. So here, we just selected here in the table of content, and here is highlighted a pane labeling. And here as the field that's going to be labeled. So we put there the name and we press labels. And there we have the names of the regions. Okay, and what if I would like to have the name of the region together with the population value? Well, then we have to, if we try just this, so we change the population, it's only one attribute at a time that can be visualized. So there is expression, so we can build expression, and here we go. There are different languages. I prefer JavaScript or Visual Basic Script. I'm not very familiar with the other ones. So now we will do expression name and we add the population. And if we go for verify, it says, oh, there's an error, invalid expression. It's because this sign, this ampersand should be inserted. Now it's okay. So if we go for apply, oh, so there are zeros. Sorry. Then we try the Visual Basic. Now it's gonna work. Yeah, there we go. And as you see, then here in between the parentheses, we can put any sign that will divide the data. Any text you put in between the parentheses will be within the data. Okay, so now we have created a cartogram, a map, and now we would like to make a real map out of it, which means to put legend, scale, name, copyright in the map. So we go to Insert and New Layout. Here we choose whatever page size is desired. So I go for A4. And here in the layout, we have to define which map we would like to use. Because we have two maps. We have map 1. Right, so we go and we add a map frame. A map frame, and you see that the map 1 is active and is in the map frame. Here, if we click the small black triangle, so here we can change that we would like to have this map number 1 or this map, just the map 0 zoomed in. So this is the overview, this is the zoom in map. But as you see, the map is zoomed in too much. So to be able to zoom in, we have to activate it. And this can be done in the layout pane. So here if we go to activate, now we can move the map within the map window, zoom in, zoom out. So this is fine. And when we are done with it, we just go to close navigation and we are just back moving our map frame. Okay. So if we go back to insert pane, and then we can insert the skill bar. We just define the skill bar we like. I like using this one. It will be added. And we double click, then the formatting options are displayed. So here we can choose whatever we like within the skill bar. And when we are done with this, we are all set. But somewhere here should be that we would like to change the kilometers just to but I can't find it right now. So by the way, we can insert a legend. Just draw a place for a legend. Okay. And the legend and everything is directly connected to the map. So if I rewrite this to, if I press F2, I can rewrite it, regions of Czech Republic. So it's changed in the legend, or if I change all colors, whatever, it's all changed in the map as well. So now we would like to insert. Now we would like to insert text, the name of the map. So here we go, we say population of the Czech Republic in 2011. And here we have here we can change the properties. You can set the halo. Oh, I will show the halo effect. That's good. Appearance, we can make the size a bit bigger. So, and then we have to add the metadata. So again, text, created by me. Now it's November 2018, and the data I have used are called ArcGIS Czech Republic 500. Okay, and now when we are done with the map, we can go to share and then export the layout. And we can export it, the JPEG or PDF or whatever. Oh, but I wanted to show the halo effect. So it's in the labels. These are in the labels, labeling. And here we have to find text, symbol, and halo. And halo means that it creates a tiny white outline around the text, so the text is better readable. This is pretty good when you are creating maps and you don't want to get your text lost in the map. So this is all from the first steps in ArcGIS Pro, and in the next video we would focus on some basic queries on creating new attribute data and making special queries and topological overlays. So thank you for watching.